my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Attack! Pittsburgh, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Mahomes. Lets it go for Nelson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Hey, 43, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Yellow. 180. Yellow. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Time to go. Nice 7. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He completes it to Nelson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike, 20. Check.
Newton on first down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I got one. 20.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Newton. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Quick pass out to Miller.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Switch.
Hey, 15. My turn.
On second down, it's Miller, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I don't need to.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's... And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. These two teams all tied after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Mahomes firing complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's it. Big hit.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Newton airing it out deep for Woods. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21, Chiefs 7. Rigoberto Sanchez.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes, he's going to look deep for more. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 62 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
You gotta go, baby. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
What's that? What is it?
It's a party now. It's a party now. Check 3. Check.
Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. Here we go. What is it?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
58's the money. 58.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
You gotta go right here. You gotta play big.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off play action. Newton. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's looking for a touch. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Newton. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the... Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Lets it go for Nelson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Under 10. 20.
On 1st down, Mack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a give to Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
I got you, baby. I got you. I got you.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. And this is caught. He hits more. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darren Lee picks it. Woods the intended receiver. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yellow. 15. Let's go, Ollie. I got him. On me. Hey, 43. Hey, here we go. Finish the game.
Mahomes going to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Set. 8. 20. Check 25.
Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Try to get it to Woods, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Oh, what a move. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darius Leonard coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Staying open.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First down, Indianapolis.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.